Frank Lloyd Wright is admired for his architectural accomplishments, but there's even more to his abilities. He was also an expert in interior space and home decor accents. And those are the focus of an exhibit at the McKinley Presidential Library and Museum. Kim Kenny is curator at the museum, and she's here with a preview for us.
Yes.
So thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So the exhibit is called Frank Lloyd Wright, Architecture of the Interior.
Yes.
So what was really distinctive about the designs he did for the interior of his homes?
Well, a lot of times people think about Frank Lloyd Wright and you think about the architecture, but this exhibit is about the interiors and how everything was designed together. It was not separate. He didn't see the house as something different than the way that you would furnish it. So he kind of did it as a complete package in what he called organic design, which would include light fixtures, furniture, built-ins, things like that.
Okay, and that was different than what was going on currently, right, in house design?
Yes,
right?
yes. Immediately prior to, as he's coming to age at the turn of the 20th century, Victorian architecture is what's popular. So when you think about an old Victorian house, you think of a big house with lots of little rooms, formal spaces. And what Wright was doing, he's kind of a forerunner, and if you watch HGTV, you know that the open concept is what everybody wants.
Everything flowing from one thing to the next.
Yes.
Okay, so here we got our first picture here.
So he was also very interested in light. So a lot of times you'll see in his designs a light wall or window wall. So he would play with artificial light and natural light. And people who own their houses say that they change character throughout the day. So when the sun rises, it looks different midday, and then when the sun sets.
So he really was something special in designing that kind of thing. And when it is an open floor concept like that, I mean, you've got these large spaces. So I would assume something had to give someplace else as far as space goes.
Yes, so his concept of public space is the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room, which are all together. So then your bathrooms, your bedrooms, those things are all very tiny. And also he doesn't plan for attics or basements. He figures that those are wasted space, so he doesn't want anything like that.
So he doesn't even include those in the plans?
No.
Okay. So how did his furniture and then the other home pieces that he would design really fit into this vision of the exterior and interior and the open space and everything?
Well, he really liked clean lines, geometric shapes, those types of things. And people that own his homes will find that you really can't add anything to what he's done. There's one style, and it's everything from your windows, your furniture, even the carpets in some cases. So you can't bring in something that's kind of soft and floral because it just won't work.
Doesn't fit the bill. So if you own or are able to own a Frank Lloyd Wright house, when you sell it, everything stays, right?
A lot of it's built in because he didn't like the idea of clutter. So you can't really take out the built-in bookshelves and desks and nightstands and things like that. And also often when people sell the homes, they're very careful about who buys them because it's a whole different idea of home ownership when you own one of these homes.
I would imagine, yeah. And the exhibit that you have is kind of a different look at his design mind. Most people think of the exteriors, but this is altogether different.
It includes 19 drawings that Wright himself did, their reproductions, and then photographs of some of those things, and also 4 large photographs that people will be able to really get some detail out of.
Okay, so you don't have to necessarily go visit one. We can go see it at this exhibit. Frank Lloyd Wright, Architecture of the Interior, will be on display now through April 29th, so hurry or you're going to miss it. My thanks to Kim Kenny for opening the door into the exhibit and giving us a quick preview. Thank you.
Thank you.
Find out more by calling the McKinley Presidential Library and Museum at 330-455-7043 or visit www.mckinleymuseum.org.